organized chaos in the morning on these cruise ships, and we like to do this on Sunday mornings. If you like rain, well, rain keeps it clean, as they say. Vancouver is often called Raincouver, so that's what we like to call ourselves. We get a lot of rain here in Vancouver. On average, we get about. This is so funny. It's pretty much like it'll show up right away for some reason. Okay, salmon. It shows up every time. These bears photo of these fat bears. Where is it? You know when you want to see it. Okay, it's not there. It's all fishing. I swear there's a bunch of bear photos on here. Anyways, trust me, they're big fat bears. All right, so Vancouver is the third 7 million people. 1,000, and then all the different suburbs make like the bus on the right. That's just a regular trolley lines up above. 86 was hugely successful. The World's Fair. It was the theme was modern transportation. And that's when we started to use the SkyTrain. And then the SkyTrain became huge, and now it's expanding. They're spending millions of dollars and going out to the suburbs. And we also have another third transportation here, and that's the Sea Bus. The Sea Bus leaves from Waterfront Station. It's a bus that goes on the sea. Every November 11th, we remember those soldiers who passed away. It's called Remembrance Day, and you wear a red little poppy, and everybody puts them on their lapel in memory of those soldiers who lost their lives. Now you might see some homeless people here. It does tend to happen through the Chinatown, Gastown area. So I'll talk about it a little bit later, but there was a few riffraff in this area. Look at this huge spray paint mural on the left here. The city actually hired a lot of graffiti artists and are actually getting the lion sitting at the front there. And it was everything was imported from the what was it, the Ming Dynasty? No, everything was imported from, I believe, Hong Kong. Even where everything was imported from? The Dynasty will be very busy later on. The second floor, you'll see these little windows here. These little windows were interesting. Back in the old days, that's how they did their taxes. So if they looked at the floors, they'd go 1, 2, 3, 4 stories, and they'd say, no, 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 no. Those little windows are actually not, floors. And they'd say, okay, that's fine. But secretly, they were real floors. So they were Chinese cheap floors, basically. And Gastown. We do not want to go down Hastings. This is the worst part of Vancouver, so it's a little bit interesting through here. Smells the best. Does have a bit of a problem in terms of our homeless and drug addicts. They tend to hang out through Hastings and Maine, so we call this the real tour. We'll show you everything, right? Not just the beautiful stuff. I've done it the opposite way, where everybody sees all the beautiful stuff and they're like, Nigel, I haven't. Yep. That's for sure. All right, so we're just getting into Gastown here. Historical part of the city. 1800s, a gentleman by the name of Gassy Jack came to Vancouver. He had $25 in his pocket. He had a casket full of whiskey, and he decided to make Vancouver's first saloon. He hired the local tradesmen, and within 24 hours, Vancouver had its first saloon. He had a gift of the gab, so they called him Gassy Jack Dayton, and this area became known as Gastown. The brick building on the left is Brian Adams' studio. What was his big hit song? Summer of '69. Then he had sung that really soft ballad too. On the right, this is Hotel Europe. This is Vancouver's first hotel, and it has this really neat round sort of structure to it. It looks really interesting. A lot of people like to take photos in front of it because it looks really interesting. And here you can see all the cobblestone in the... I think we're okay there. We like to... little bump there. Are we alive? We're good. Okay, cool. So look at this. This is morning time. There's nobody here. This is hilarious. So it is a Sunday. It'll be busy later on. So in the 30s and 40s, it was a bit of a slum, and they decided to reform it. And in the 1970s, they completed the restoration project. They added cobblestone, the lanterns. They also got a gift from the city of Vancouver, and it is the steam clock, which is just down there. I'll talk about the steam clock in a sec. John Fluflog, those are really cool shoes. They make custom shoes for actors and actresses and everybody else. Very, very, very cool shoes. I used to work for that company for 4 years. You should go. You can go around it. Don't worry. You'll be fine. Okay, so this is a steam clock, and it goes off 4 times on the hour. It goes off at 15, 30, 45, and then on the hour. Obviously, this lady doesn't know that there's a bus coming for her. You should give her the horn. There you go. And I'm gonna do the horn for you, or I'm gonna do the what you call it, the steam clock sound for you. Okay, you ready? You get the idea. So once it reaches 12 o'clock, it'll do 12 whoos. It'll do 12 of those. So people come from all over the world to see the famous steam clock. So no, they do actually. It's like one of the top 3 things to see here, besides the beauty and the nature. And they got a little cigar store on the left there. You always see. Don't look to the left. There's somebody doing something you shouldn't be. But sounds a great little area. It usually fills up with a lot of tourists during the peak of the season here. Everything still has to open up. So yeah, there's a ton of bike lanes in the city. It's very popular. All the different bike lanes we have. They're like little highways, so you got to be very careful. Has anyone seen The Last of Us season 2 on HBO? No. Anyone watch that?
Not yet.
Okay, well it was all filmed down here. So basically they blocked off the streets down here last year, and we couldn't go around here. And the reason was they were filming this HBO TV show, and it was for a zombie show. It's called The Last of Us. And so we had zombies walking around the city, these like 10-foot, incredible zombies walking around the city. So it's pretty funny. Vancouver is actually the 3rd most filmed city in North America, so we do a ton of filming here. Hollywood makes big action style movies, like X-Men was filmed at Hately Castle. Deadpool was also filmed around here. Yeah, so big TV shows. Netflix has 16 studios out here, so tons of Netflix studios. The other one we have is Hallmark. Hallmark loves to film out here. They do all their cheesy Christmas in July TV movies and whatnot. We know it's Hallmark because the front of the house is decorated in, Christmas decorations and real snow, and it's the middle of summertime. So you can see the crew filming. And this is pretty much the downtown core, the central business district. So during the day, Monday to Friday, super busy down here. You'll see all the, people in suits and whatnot. Amazon has their new headquarters downtown now, so that's great. We get our Amazon Prime even faster. Lots of big banks, corporations. Big industry here is lumber and tourism. Those are the two big ones that we do. Lumber is really, really big out here. And tourism, without you guys, I wouldn't have a job, so thank you very much. So, Vancouver being so close to the port here, it gets very busy in downtown with all the hotels, and unfortunately the summertime it's gotten very expensive here to stay overnight. I'm sure some of you know when you were coming here beforehand. That was gorgeous. But yeah, some of the ports I heard, like Miami, they're quite far away, so you always have to take taxis to get in the city. But here, look at this, boom, you're right in the middle. Look to your left, you'll see the Hotel Vancouver with its iconic rooftop right over there. Look to my left there. And it was made out of copper, or it's made out of copper, the roof, and then it changed to that teal color from rust iodization, or what is it called? Rust it iodized, is that right? Iodized? Oxidized, thank you very much. It oxidized. So whenever you see pictures of Vancouver, you always see that rooftop over there. And that was the Hotel Vancouver, built in 1939. Queen Elizabeth stayed there in 1939 when she came here to Vancouver in her inaugural visit to Canada. Open up some parks and, you know, yeah, Big Ed stayed there, Marilyn Monroe, all sorts of famous people. So it's a beautiful hotel though. The Fairmont chains are part of these style of hotels that were made all across the railroad lines. So when they were building these railroads through Canada, they wanted the Rockies to be this premier location, the lap of luxury, where you would stay at the, you know, Fairmont Banff Hotel, and then you would stay at the Chateau Lake Louise. Exterior finish here. They like to use glass because, well, we get a lot of rain here. With all that rain, it makes the city makes the city look cleaner and greener, and it reflects the light. At least that's what they say, right? It's gonna rain pretty soon, you guys. It's gonna rain every day. It's a coming. And right now we are having the best salmon season, in over 20 years. We've had so many salmon jumping in the ocean that they look like little fleas. They're almost jumping in people. Now it's a dog park. It'll be a nice building soon. You can see all the change of colors. I bet you that when you Vancouver came to Vancouver, he's thought, oh my lord, we're gonna call this place Coal Harbor. It has so much coal. But it was actually low-grade coal, and they never mined it, but they stuck with the name Coal Harbor. Captain George Vancouver came to Vancouver in 1886. He was the first European settler to claim this as his own. Indigenous people have been here for over 9,000 years, so they were essentially the first settlers in this area. This place is now Dead Man's Island, and we don't go there for that reason. A little bit of a foggy shot there. You should see your cruise ship on the right there. All right, go for it. Go inside there. All right, so we're going to be at the totem poles. Not too busy. Looks pretty good. This is the very famous Stanley Park totem poles. A couple of things you need to be aware of. See the bicycles going across there? Do not fall in love with the beauty, all right? People walk across and wham, they get hit with the bicycles. So right where those people are crossing, make sure you look left and right, okay? Don't get hit. Muffin. So it has a little land on a beautiful green lake, and off you go. Harry Jerome on the right there, he was our first black runner to make 4 gold medals in the Commonwealth and Olympic Games. You could often see him running in this park. Isn't that cool? Yeah. So it's an actual float plane. I took one about a month ago with my wife, and it was really fun. On the right-hand side, where the Seagull is, on this green building on the right there, that is the 9 o'clock gun, and every night it shoots off at what time? 9. Hey, you're listening to me. All right, so 9 o'clock gun. Basically, in the old days, it was used to sync the ship's chronometers, which was an old way they used to do the time on boats. Nowadays, we don't do that. Now we put a little bit of gunpowder in there, and we shoot it off at 9 o'clock, and it scares the tourists like you wouldn't believe. But yeah, there is a retired gentleman who actually lives here on Stanley Park, and he comes out every day out of his house here in Stanley Park, and he actually loads it and shoots it every single day. So if anyone's looking for a nice retirement package, you might want to talk to this guy, because when he's done, he'll be looking for a new person. On the right there, this is the Burrard Inlet. This is where all the cruise ships and boats come in here. You can see the sea bus in the very back right there. It's got that nice little boat there, that blue boat on the right at about 3 o'clock. That's our sea bus. And in the background, those are our suburbs. To my right, this is North Vancouver. This is the industrial side of Vancouver. All the trains are running through here, dropping off sulfur and some other minerals and whatnot. The yellow stuff on the right is where the... you almost hit us, eh? The yellow stuff there, if you enjoyed the cruise ship scrambled eggs, that's where they pull up and grab all the stuff from there. It's a bad joke that every tour guide in Vancouver does. You guys know what it is. It's sulfur, basically. And they use it for fertilizer. But properties, but sales were not doing so well for them, so they changed it to the British properties. Yes. But they needed a way to get people to want to buy property in North and West Vancouver. The goose poops every 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes, plop, plop, plop. On the right-hand side there, you'll see a lady sitting on the rock. Just slow down there, Stephen. We're a little slow down there, Stephen. Bob down. It could have been a bird, actually, but yeah, she's sitting out there, and the locals actually dress her up in like Christmas and Halloween and whatnot. So yeah, get a little dip. My sister and I would come down to the rocks, flip the rocks upside down, and you find crabs underneath there, little Dungeness crabs. My sister and I would collect the crabs, put them in a bucket, and then we would flip the bucket upside down, and whoever's crab made it back to the beach won the race. It was funny, in the 1970s and 80s, lots of European Greek fishermen would sit out here with their nets out here, and they used to do hand fishing out here, and they would collect little sardines. What do you think? Is that a good idea, Stephen? Being used because it's only for the winter. Oh, sorry, for the summer. Sorry, only for the summer. So that's second beach. Oh, look at all those beautiful Canadian geese. Go to America. Go to America. Yes, we're not allowed to shoot them, eh? So, you know how we stop the population of geese in Vancouver? Don't worry, it's not that bad. We have volunteer people who go to the nests and remove the eggs. So hopefully you can do it. Yeah, that's okay. You're cool. You're cool. You go straight, my friend. Yeah. Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Whoa, careful there, lady. Oh, there's a gray squirrel. On the left, I saw. Oh. Look at that, eh? All those geese. And then just this area here to the left is actually a heron nesting area. So up in the treetops, you'll see herons nesting up here. Lots and lots of herons. Yeah, thank you. So you got a roundabout. So and then now you go straight and then round and then yeah. Cool. Guy to get out of here. Oh jeez. Oh boy, we're gonna be late now for our airplane. No, I'm joking. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Here's the fresh guy. And in the 1970s, we started to see these interesting concrete style. So this is 1970 on the right. And then you get more modern, where it's all glass and, you know, high-tech townhomes and whatnot. So it's an interesting collection here. Now you gotta go right here. Fun part of Vancouver, most densely populated area in Canada. There's 60,000 people that live in this area. So all these apartments are full of people. There's elementary, high schools down here. But here on Denman, lots of eating places and options. I love the Falafel King on the right, on the left. They're always arguing and fighting, the two of them. But yeah, in the summertime we do a fireworks festival, and then in the after the fireworks festival we have a very large gay pride festival through here also. Stay to the right there. Stay to the right. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, on the right you'll see the amazing laughing statues from the artist Yu Min Jin. So look to the right, you'll see these hilarious statues of them posing in different spots and whatnot. Those were donated to the city from Lululemon. So, and as you come through here, this is English Bay, which is technically First Beach. Some purists don't like it being called English Bay. That's not a beach, it's First Beach. But anyways, you got these logs on the side of the beaches, so it's not like logs. And they do a beautiful fireworks festival out here in August. Draws lots of people, about 250,000 people come down here. And they also do the polar bear swim here every January 1st. Pardon? A helmet? You should be wearing a helmet. It is the law. But they are breaking the law, breaking the law. Yeah, they're pretty bad. All the way down through here. This is where my best friends live down here, and then they take their scooters and they go down to the left, and there's a couple of bars and restaurants with patios. So they have a couple of drinks, get back on their scooters, and scooter back home. Please don't scooter and drive. He's going to gain an extra 30 seconds on us. Not even then. But yeah, you can really see, you know, Vancouver's pretty diverse. It's got a lot of different things going on. It's got the beaches, the downtown, all the suburbs. Suburbs are full of trees and big houses. So yeah, we're a really fun little city out here on the West Coast. We call ourselves the California of Canada, as it pretty warm, mild temperatures throughout the year. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. But be prepared for rain. Vancouver, what it used to look like. This was the typical house style. These actually got imported from a different part of the city and were brought down into here. So those are heritage homes, so we don't tear them down. You never know, if you're a naked type person, you might want to come to this city. We have an actual naked beach in Vancouver, okay? It's called Wreck Beach. And it's on the other side of the university, and they all go naked out there. So if you're a nudist, you're gonna love this city. All right, this is the Burrard Street Bridge. When it was first designed, it was Western Canada's first ever 6-lane bridge, but today We only use 4 for cars. The other side is for, pedestrians and bicycles. And to my left, this is the Granville Island Public Market. Great spot if you want to spend 2 or 3 hours in Vancouver. Public Market has lots of artisan studios and knick-knacky stores. So beautiful. Yeah, it'll be a little bit. There's a light up here, so it's all good. But yeah, it's a great little public market. So if you're looking to come back to Vancouver, I'd highly recommend it. That logo is directly in front of me. Oh, there's our second pair of pants. Lululemon. It is the headquarters. And this is Kitsilano to my right. Great spot of Vancouver. Lots of cafes and university students out that way. And this is Seaforth Armory. They are a reserve of our infantry for our military. Seaforth Armory here. And we're just coming into this beautiful little car alley on my left here. You got some Aston Martins. Audis. Okay, well, Ferrari's a little bit better. I'll take those. There is a Bentley, yeah. Vancouver has a lot of luxurious sports cars because we don't get a lot of snow in the wintertime. So you can drive your car pretty much, expensive sports car. And you should see the chaos that happens here. We have a Facebook page called When Vancouver Learns to Drive. Oh boy, everybody's posting photos. Look at this idiot trying to go up with summer tires. Oh, sideways. It's pretty bad here. We don't have a large budget for snow removal compared to like back east, like Ontario. So. Yeah, the old days. So it's all just community gardens. Not grass. I just planted 30 or 40 green onions yesterday for the winter. I will start to plant pretty soon, around late October, early November. I'll start planting all my garlic. I started with 25 garlic. Now I have 75 going, and now I'm gonna probably do more. I'm gonna probably try to get about 100 garlic going. So the idea is to never buy garlic again. So my wife was like, just keep going, keep doing it. Yeah, it's really good growing your own garlic. For any gardening people, this is zone 7B, so it's pretty interesting out this way. This is Rora's one. This is our local football team. Yeah, so all right, this will be kind of the last commentary because we're getting close to the airport. This is a really nice little area. You can see how gorgeous into the millions and billions of dollars. They got the huge hedges. We don't even know what their house looks like. And they generally don't like to snow plow when it snows, and they do news reports of people who live here because they don't snow plow the front of their houses. And you're supposed to snow plow your driveways and your sidewalks. One thing about living out here compared to like Las Vegas, where you guys are from, you need an arborist. Are you familiar with an arborist? Yeah, you need an arborist. Arborist is people who knows how to cut down trees. So when you live here, you're constantly having to clean your gutters because they're always full of pine needles and pine cones and all sorts of leaves. So you've got to really maintain your lot because one of these trees will come crashing down onto your house one day. So you have to make sure the trees aren't rotting. If you have a basic issue, you have to go to the emergency hospital. Yeah, you don't just have basic clinics here. Is going on down here? Hey, everyone's got this is passport clearance. All right, on the right, they are doing some severe pipe. Oh, there's a big pipe. All right, that's exciting. We have 2 seasons in this city. We have winter and construction season, so feel free to take that joke to anywhere. How would you do it in Las Vegas? We have deadly hot and construction season. All right, this is the mighty Fraser River. So many tributary massive rivers that it has a brownish kind of grayish look to it. In the Rockies, all the rivers are blue and they look incredible, but they're full of this rock dust that goes into the rivers, and it's from the glaciers. It's actually called rock flour, and then all that silty water eventually comes down this way. This river is going to go all the way into the ocean. So out here, there's big sturgeon and salmon. In the in the late 1800s, this was the gold rush. So everybody was coming here for gold. Want to spend more money in Canada, you've got a nice little duty-free store on the right there. It's actually pretty good. It's a fashion outlet mall. So it's got Adidas and all the big stores in there. And if you got lots of time and your flight is like 10 o'clock at night, you might want to go to Richmond Center Mall. The shopping center is very large. It's got good places in there. So for our domestic people, so a couple of options. If you're okay with it, I can drop you off on this international side, and then you just have to walk down to the domestic. It's about 5 minutes or so of walking. If you like, for domestic flights that are like staying in Canada, then when all the bags come out, just tell us, like, we can drive you down to the domestic. It's just a little further down. But yeah, other than that, we'll try to separate a few of the domestics if you want to stay on the bus. We can load the suitcases back on again. Should be that many. I think there was about 3 or 4 of you who I saw who were from Canada, so. You learn how to use Uber. Do it. Do ya? All right. I tell you, Uber is a game changer, man. Like, it's good. It's really good. This morning I was coming out of the shower,
I got my Uber ordered while I was coming out of the shower shaving, and they said 7 minutes. I started getting dressed, and as I was upstairs putting on my shoes, my Uber driver rolled in, and I could see him slowly arriving at my house. So like, it's, if everybody likes, I can also get a porter if you need you know, an actual porter. Do you guys need one for a picture? Yeah. Oh, that's you need a porter. Yeah, all right, all right. So we gotta look for a porter. Time of the day and what hour and whatnot, but it's actually pretty reasonable. So this one here, the Fairmont. So just walk right in here, and then this is the Fairmont Vancouver Airport. So there's the entrance right on my right over here. Oh, the siesta rates, yeah. Yeah. Most of the airports in Asia actually have rooms that you can have for like kids and stuff. So we used to just get rooms for like an hour or two, and it was great. The kids could relax and let them shower. Okay, I can see the gentleman there with the porters are waiting for us. I don't know if we can get in there. We're gonna try. What do you want to do there? Yeah, get it right in there on the right. Get it right in there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. To the right, to the right. Get right in there. Yeah, that's perfect. All right, folks, so this is the end of the line. Thank you very much for coming on our tour.